Hi guys, week 12 of the English Premier League, and once again we've got the punditry team giving you all 10 predictions. As always, we use real fans for these predictions, so we're going to start off with Shahan, and he's going to give us Leicester versus Chelsea.
Week 12. The game I've been given is Leicester versus Chelsea. This game could go either way, to be honest. However, I can see Chelsea winning this. Leicester have been very up and down recently. They've got a very good, strong team, Leicester, and a decent manager in Brendan Rodgers. However, Chelsea just will be too strong for them. And with their form as well, Chelsea's form, I can see Chelsea winning a smash and grab type of game, and I can see them winning 2-1.
Hi guys, this is my preview for Aston Villa versus Brighton. Obviously it's Slippy G's first game in charge of Villa after Dean Smith's sacking. Brighton a tough side to play. I always quite fancy Brighton away from home quite a lot of the time, rather than playing at home. I think they're one of those teams that are just well organised and more suited to away games. Aston Villa, I don't think they've won in 6 games, and they're a very weird side. They'll have one great half, and then they'll have an absolute atrocious half. So I predict more likely this game will probably be a draw or potentially a Brighton win. So I'm either going to say maybe a 1-1, maybe 2-1 Brighton. Cheers, guys.
Burnley versus Crystal Palace. Burnley will be looking to continue their recent upturn in form and look to climb out of the bottom 3. 8 points from their first 11 games is probably not what Sean Dyche would have hoped for at this stage. But they won their last home game quite convincingly against Brentford, 3-1, and then they got a very creditable draw away to Chelsea last time out. Palace, on the other hand, well, they started slowly this season and they've come on really well in the last few games, and 2 consecutive wins, including a 2-0 away at Manchester City a couple of weeks ago. Thoughts on the outcome of the match? I think it's going to be a draw. Probably a scoring draw, maybe 1-1. I can't see many goals really.
My game this week is Newcastle-Brentford. Also Newcastle under new management, Eddie Howe and his backroom staff. At home, over 52,000 people were there, so I think the atmosphere is going to be electric for him. I think he'll get them play some good football like they did at Bournemouth. They're always attacking, always good to watch. Though he's not had a lot of time with the players, but I think he will certainly lift the place. Brentford going there on the back of, I think, 4 consecutive defeats, but you know, they've still had a great start to the season. I mean, middle of November and they're 14th in the Premier League, having come up, so you know, and they've played some good stuff and also fair play to them. You know, I like what they're doing there, I like their manager there. I think this might be, I know it's a winnable game for them, but I just think, so with the new manager coming in, I think it'll get everyone going there. I think Ivan Toney might score up there. I mean, I think if he does, I think he'll go on a run and score a few goals for them. Newcastle, for me, I think will just shade it. New manager syndrome usually happens when new managers go into clubs, so you end up having that bit of a high and do well for the first few games. So I just think, unfortunately, I'm going to go for Brentford to lose this one, but very tight. So my scoreline will be Newcastle 2, Brentford 1. Both teams stay up.
So Norwich versus Southampton. Obviously Daniel Farke was sacked a bit harshly after the first win of the season, but I sort of get where the owners are coming from. They've obviously lost trust in him being able to keep them up, so they've made the decision early. Dean Smith, great manager, and just happened to be available, so should be a good fit for them. Moving on to Southampton, they've been on a good but steady run of form, going quietly under the radar. I think they're in the top half for the form guide as well. So they should be looking to get a decent performance here. All signs do point towards a narrow Southampton win, but I just think with a new manager in at Norwich and coming off the back of their first win, falling at national break to try and sort of get set up, I can see this being a score draw, and I'm going to go for 1-1.
Watford, Man United, I don't think there's a lot to say about this game. Watford's relegation fodder. Man United, team with strong players and a coach that can't deal with them. I could see this potentially being a draw. I think that United might just have too much firepower in that sense to deal with it. This one, I'm going to go for a 3-1 United.
Hi guys, my game this week is Wolves v West Ham. Has the international break come at the wrong time for the Hammers? They are absolutely flying at the moment. They've just had a fantastic victory over Liverpool. Do they dare to dream? You know, they're going to want to continue this great form, but Wolves at home, they can cause any team a problem. Not Brentford though, we beat them 2-0. But I'm sticking to form. I'm not going to play it safe. I'm going to go 2-1 to West Ham and Antonio scoring. Thank you.
Okay, so before I start, I'd like to thank the Don for giving me this game. Okay, let's cut to the chase. Liverpool versus Arsenal. So this will be a very, very entertaining game. Liverpool are at home. They are a very daunting task for anyone. Absolutely anyone. So if Arsenal do end up getting 3 points like West Ham did, I'd say they'd be very lucky. Arsenal, while we're on the subject, are absolutely great form at the moment. They're 5th place and they do fancy their chances. But at the same time, Liverpool would want to get back their loss from West Ham. But both of them are fantastic teams. But since they're at home, I'm going to have to predict a 3-2 win to Liverpool.
So my game this week is Man City versus Everton. Looking at both teams, recently they both had a few blips in the last few fixtures, even though Man City is still sitting second in the table. Everton are probably not doing as well as people thought they would, especially with Rafa taking over in the summer. But still, when you look at both teams, even with a few blips recently, I would still say Man City are going to be too strong for Everton, so I'm going to go 2-0 Man City win.
Tottenham versus Leeds. That's my game. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it can be played with a quick pace, flowing. Both teams looking to get the 3 points. Any results possible. Obviously, Tottenham now have a new manager, and it's his first game at home in the Premier League. Conte, of course. So I think he'll be looking to put performance on them and please the crowd. Leeds ain't going to be easy. They're no pushovers. They're still a good side, regardless that they're not as good as last season. But better form in the last few games for the international break. I see both teams scoring, but I do see a winner. And I am going to go with Tottenham here. I think Tottenham will win this one 3-1.